Okay, let's get it. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Spin Cycle, and this is our very first video for the year. Good to be back. Off of the last video that we did to close out the year 2020. It was pretty good. Like, I got to catch up with friends, and keeping with that same like momentum, I've got another friend who I have as our special guest for today. That's my boy.
This guy, what's with him?
With Mbachi, and we're supposed to discuss first things first, these challenges that are just popping up on the internet.
Too many of them, man. Like
every day there's something new. You fall asleep, tomorrow you wake up and TikTok is showing you
a new challenge.
You know, at first it was kind of cool, like interesting, cute, like people would do little dances. There'll be those people who are like a song blows up because it was a challenge. Yeah, people were doing all these little dances. Like, what's that guy who disappeared? The one for the whip.
Watch me whip, watch me let it boom. Watch me, boom. Watch me, you do. Watch me, you do.
A few moments later.
Like, now it's like every new challenge is more sexually oriented, well, not sexually oriented, but like it's based in like seductiveness and whatnot. What do you think about those, man? Like, let's say the silhouette challenge, or what was the one before that?
The bust it down challenge.
Yeah, like they're fun to watch, very fun to watch. But then now they're triggering debates online about whether I saw someone that posted a thing about like how women don't want to be sexualized, but then they're okay with tossing out their bodies, putting them out there, and I kind of disagree with that way of thinking.
Like, from my point of view, I think so. I've been trying to like pick out what both sides are saying. Like, on one hand, the people saying it's okay. Like, yes, it is okay. Like, people are now free to express themselves. Like, of course, it's a free world, and women have been pushing for this like for a very long time. So I think it's only natural that they get comfortable. But on the other hand, what the other people are saying, like, why would you do something like that and not expect any repercussions? Like, I think that's just how it works anywhere. Like, you do something, you expect a sort of feedback, be it negative or positive.
But then, like, people are pushing that to say, like, even in the real world, right? You know, like, there are cases where, let's say, there's like a way of thinking, like, sometimes women bring these tragedies onto themselves. Like, if someone gets assaulted sexually, and then people be like, but she was wearing a mini skirt, or she came out half naked. What did she expect?
Like, even when just saying that, don't you know that you sound very stupid?
Like, because that's what people are tying it to. Women can't claim that they don't want to be looked at if all they do is put themselves out there. I disagree, because like it's a free world. We are big people, we are normal human beings, right? If someone is okay with their sexuality and they're okay with putting that out there, that should be the case. Not where you now say, since Atambi Sayons, we must now we touch, we
must indulge. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Like, I don't think it should necessarily apply to like real life circumstances. I know all these social media items could lead to like some women getting abused because they blow up eventually. And then we have like psychopaths all over the internet, man. Like, somebody could just be stalking someone off a video they saw.
True, but then again, sometimes you find that boredom leads to nonsense, you see.
Yeah.
So half the time people are not applying their brains to things that can benefit them. It's like, what's the next best trend? We jump on it and whatnot. And then like I saw something where someone was like, imagine you go to your interview at the job and then they show you the
busted challenge that you did, man.
Put your head on my shoulder.
It's a pressure, but like, people should be okay. I feel like we must accept that in life, it's okay for people to have like a social life and then like a private life. So it's like, if you want to do your own things, as long as it shouldn't, like, those things shouldn't cross. Like,
those things cross more often than not is like on a moral or ethical basis, man. Like, say what can I say, man? Like any workplace, man, like they have ethics. You need to like conduct yourself in a certain manner, be it offline, online, at work, in your private life. There's a certain way that you have to like conduct yourself.
But I hate TikTok, man. Like I won't lie. I think like TikTok is a cancer because
I won't even lie, man. I share the same views.
God have mercy upon us.
it preys on boredom. Like people have nothing to do, and so it just gives them to my new challenges, videos. Like a lot of the things on TikTok don't require creativity because it's like you get the sound clip and then you just move your mouth. Like you don't do anything, but then half the time, maybe when your video blows up, you get like 600,000 views. You feel like a celeb.
I'm business minded and I mind my own business. Yasinka tagelo shinika tandalama these days. Nale konkala low key sunga nitenge pali low fee.
Yeah, man.
And then, but it's like you hardly put in any effort. I feel like it's a terrible thing. Like from all social networks, Facebook, Twitter, have their own flaws, but I feel like TikTok is the worst. Because it preys on boredom. People, at least things like Facebook, can be something that can waste your time, but once in a while you see like a job advertisement.
I have a question for you, man. Like, see, when you're getting these apps off the store, I understand like kids nowadays, these things have like a prescribed age, you understand, because of the content that you find on that particular platform. So who would you say has the problem? Is it the guardians, or from my point of view, you sure wouldn't blame it on the maker of the app, because how are they going to know that the person who's trying to access that application is of age or not? So what would you tie it down to?
I think everyone needs to play an equal part. Like if we're talking about regulating what content kids get,
even we had access to the dark side of watching before we came of age. So I think.
But then also, even the people who make these things, they know, even if they don't admit it, that their target audience is young people, young minds. That's why there are all these to my
silly challenges and everything.
Like for me, I feel like it dulls creativity. Like it's too generic.
I agree, man. Like there's no real sense of originality. I mean, to a larger extent, I feel art is about originality. I'm not an artist myself, but having seen, heard many art forms, I feel art borders mainly.
Hello there, my name is Kim Kardashian and you're watching Spin Cycle. 1G Sun is such a genius. Please like, subscribe, share, comment.
I felt like it was important that in closing the video, talk about football. Football is life, and then football, specifically the Champions League, because we all support different teams, but like once it's in there, it's like, okay, now the big boys. So it's unfortunate that Arsenal fans can't relate. Champions League returns this month, and so we're just going to give like a quick analysis of the matches that will be coming and see what Mbachi thinks. Leipzig versus Liverpool. How do you think that will turn out?
I feel Leipzig just might edge Liverpool.
Well, I think it will be a walkover for Liverpool. 3-1 first leg for Liverpool, and then like maybe 1-1. I feel like they're a different team in the Champions League. They don't really like impress you a lot, but they know how to get a win. You see, the next one is Barca PSG. I would just go ahead and say we're giving them 5-0 first leg, and then at their home we're giving them a 2-1. So like that's what 7-1 aggregate.
7-1 aggregate.
But you know they may have their Mbachi, their Neymar, but if we've got a team, it may not be great, but I feel like we'll take it still.
This one's a little bit sketchy because on one hand I feel we could really beat PSG.
This one we don't have pressure. But the next one is Dortmund Sevilla. I think Dortmund. I'm positive.
Sevilla. And I say that because of their ability to shithouse a victory.
They are pretty good at
these guys
forcing a win.
can grind for a victory. And with the acquisition of Papu Gomez from Atalanta, I think that link up with Lucas Ocampo, Sevilla don't really care about playing the pretty football, the flashy football. All they want is just to win.
Juve and Porto, I believe they'll pass through this one pretty easily. Shouldn't be complex.
It's a walkover for me.
Chelsea and Atletico Madrid. Well, it's going to be tough.
Sure.
Right now, Chelsea got rid of their nonsense manager, and they've got a proper coach, so things might be different. But then, judging off league form, I don't think Chelsea can beat La Liga leaders right now. Because, like, if it's one thing Simeone's men know how to do is not to lose. They may not play to win, but they will not lose.
Yeah, they'll have to bring the A game this time.
But you can beat them. It's not impossible.
Real Madrid did it this season.
Yeah.
Nobody expected it. Like,
speaking of Real Madrid, they are playing Atalanta. I feel they will be knocked out. I am positive, 65% sure, because the Real Madrid of this season are playing at, like, they're only in their first gear. They haven't seemed like they want to win anything. It's like on and off.
They lack ambition this season.
True, because, like, people talk about how Barca have an aging squad. Real Madrid have an actual aging squad. You see,
for real.
They're the ones with players who are, like, it's just that they are overperforming. But then, to be honest, when you look at how they've progressed, like, they should be playing less.
Yeah,
people like
for how long are you going to have a 45-year-old Luka Modric marshalling the midfield?
And he's the one who's doing the pressing, because, like, what even is Vinicius? For me, Atalanta, it will probably end like I said for the Dortmund one, like it will end on away goals, and whoever goes to Madrid will probably go through, but Atalanta know how to attack. And Madrid, well,
I would have to go with Real Madrid. They have the vast experience. They might just, I mean, it's Real Madrid. You could never totally rule them out.
Bayern, Lazio, Bayern both legs.
You can bet your grandmother's pension on this one. Like, Bayern to qualify, easy bet.
Yeah, it's just to, like, decide how many goals they score. Otherwise, winning is a given. Lazio good, but not that good.
Not that good.
I feel like they wouldn't even give a draw, but you never know. Then the last one is Man City against Borussia. Wait, when they in the same group?
No,
they weren't.
They weren't. Borussia were with, was it Real
Madrid?
Madrid, Inter, and I don't know, Shakhtar.
And they beat all of them, right? They beat
Yes,
Inter,
they beat Inter,
Madrid.
they beat Madrid.
So it's unpredictable. I feel like they could be the next like surprise team in the Champions League, because like they're building up with a very small team. But yeah, I think that brings us to the end. That's the last 16. It will be rough. I don't know about Arsenal fans and what they'll be watching.
That's a tin pot league.
Yeah, they'll be playing farmers for
the round
people
of-
who make beer in Ukraine.
What's that? The round of 64?
64. How many teams did that competition start with? 100 and something. I bet you'd have more street cred if you won like the AFCON than the Europa. But it's like, who even remembers that it happened? You see,
Exactly, man.
even Sevilla, who made it like it's our Kama tournament, they left.
They want to play the UEFA now.
You've seen, and they're even progressing. Like,
In another season, they would have settled for a third place finish and
so
say
technically, we can say
if
if Sevilla reach like the last 8 and Arsenal win the Europa, Sevilla will still have had a better season, if you ask me.
They gave you!
And then Steven said that as tin pot as the Europa League is, Arsenal still can't win it.
Like, how,
what they
guys?
want to win, but just the FA Cup, that's what they'll be happy with.
Like, how are you going to be content with the FA Cup?
Unfortunately, we've come to the end of our video. Really glad to have had Mbachi on. We talked about quite a number of things. This is probably going to be our first video of the year 2021, and in accordance with the whole new year new me thing, I kind of rearranged the backdrop. I hope you guys can see. Moved a few things around, so I'm hoping you guys can tell me how much you like the change. If you do, that is. A lot of you remember the previous backdrop was kind of artsy, but then I shifted things around added in a few new things. This is currently my favorite one, the gumbo one. Took a lot of effort. I drew most of these also, so it's not just things that I collected, but also some are from artist friends of mine. Shout out K Slayer, shout out Mwalu. You know, you guys did the thing. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Again, special appreciation to Mbachi for coming through. It's been long overdue. I was supposed to record this like what, a year ago. Yeah, and he's been delaying, guys. He's a Kimbo, he's not serious. But yeah, special appreciation to him. Shout out to you guys also for staying tuned in, watching every video. We appreciate the support. Manasseh couldn't be here as usual. He has corona. But yeah, that's us for this time. You hope you guys like the video. Please subscribe, keep subscribing. We're trying to hit 500 subs. I believe we are somewhere 450, somewhere in the middle. We should be close to 500. Hopefully it's 500 by the time you watch this video. Subscribe, share the link, share the video, like the video also, please. That's really important. We appreciate all that.